All right, so this, of course, is the very tricky situation that is playing out in the Strait of Hormuz. And for more information on this, we are joined in by Mr. Naderi, who is a journalist who's joining us from Tehran to give us the Iranian perspective of what is unfolding in this crisis. Mr. Naderi, first of all, thank you very much indeed for joining us on this broadcast in WION. And let me begin by asking you this. Now, what is presently the status of this British flagship that has been detained by Iran in the Strait of Hormuz?
Well, it is difficult to say exactly what is happening or what has happened to them, but I can give you my guarantees that they are safe and secure, and they are being kept in a safe area until the situation, as the British officials made it absolutely clear, is resolved through diplomacy and not further escalation. First of all, I would like to remind your viewers and readers that this is Persian Gulf and not just Gulf. Second of all, we need adults in the room to sort out their differences through dialogue and not confrontation. Right. The British are the ones that started this unnecessary game. They escalated the conflict by seizing an Iranian ship. So, I mean, this is a tit-for-tat saga that is going on here. I hope that it won't be repeated again, because if it continues like this, I'm afraid it might get out of control. The situation might get out of control, and we might even see another war break out in the region. You know,
you are quite openly stating that this is essentially a tit-for-tat action taken by Iran for an Iranian vessel that was captured off the coast of Gibraltar. But by doing this, is Iran not playing into the hands of the hawks within the Trump administration who've been asking for some kind of military action on Iran?
Well, this question is a little bit too little too late. I think they started the economic war on Iran last year by withdrawing the U.S. government from the nuclear deal. Right. They are the ones that imposed crippling sanctions on Iran, and they have left no option for Iran whatsoever. Yes, Iran is playing into their hands, but Iran has no other choice. Iran doesn't have anything to lose.
Okay, you're saying Iran has no choice, but the fact of the matter is Donald Trump has stated that he would want Iran on the negotiating table without any preconditions. He's also, in what is, in a very dramatic sort of announcement, he said that he's quite willing to hold up the idea of make Iran great again. Why would not Iran want to go on the negotiating table with the United States?
Well, the nuclear deal is a done deal. It has been ratified by the UN Security Council. If there are some concerns, America is more than welcome to sit down with Iran to sort out its differences in a separate deal. It has nothing to do with the international deal. By the way, Iran has many partners: China, Russia, the European Union. They have all made it absolutely clear that this is a done deal. This is the perfect deal, and there is no way that they are going to drop it. They are doing everything they can to save it, even introducing financial mechanisms like insects to make sure that Iran sees the economic benefits of the deal. So what the Trump administration is talking about is they have destroyed the deal and they want to rebuild another deal. It just doesn't work. It doesn't make any sense.
And also my last question to you, Mr. Naderi, how do you see this crisis unfolding? Do you see the American administration relenting in its stand, or do you see some smart diplomacy on the part of Iran to actually sit on the negotiating table with Donald Trump and possibly negotiate a deal?
Well, that is the smart diplomacy you talked about. Our Foreign Minister Zarif made it absolutely clear yesterday in New York, United Nations, that Iran is willing to implement fully the additional protocol attached to the nuclear deal, which gives the full access to IAEA inspectors to go anywhere in Iran and to look for anything that they feel like suspicious. So Iran is willing to show some kind of compromise. It is now up to the United States government to show some kind of, flexibility, because Iran doesn't want war, but it is perfectly ready to defend itself. So let's cross our fingers and hope that there will be adults in the room that are wise enough to come up with some kind of compromise.
And also, just before I let you go, this British vessel that Iran has in its custody, how or what do you think will be the precondition for its release? Is there anything that Iran has stated on this front?
Look, if the Iranian ship is not released, this ship is not going to be released. That's the end of the story.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Naderi, for joining us and getting us the Iranian perspective of what is in fact playing out in this crisis that is unfolding in the Gulf. So this is a tit-for-tat measure that Iran has, of course, resorted to after one of the Iranian vessels had been captured by the British in Gibraltar.